What up, what up, what up? Now, if y'all thought that that Dolly was gonna leave this earth and we weren't gonna do some sort of a little pay our respects, you would be mistaken. Also, I gotta say, if you're, I was at the Dolly truck stop place about a month ago because I had to check it out. You know what I mean? And my running joke has always been that Jolene must have been a bad mother. Shut your mouth, cause Dolly was fine. Anyway, listen. You know how I tell you that every song has something to teach us? Every song has something to teach us. And I think it's a fitting tribute today for us to talk about 9 to 5. I see Tiny in the building. I see Clay in the building. We're going to talk about 9 to 5, the big hit. Yeah, I mean, most passive country fans or passive Dolly Parton fans, we know 9 to 5 and Jolene. But what we're going to do today is we're going to take Songmaster, our dear friend Songmaster, which is linked below, or you can get it on the QR code down there. And we're going to dissect it. Yeah, she was fine. Stayed fine for a long time. I'm going to leave that alone. What we're going to do, as usual, we're going to mute everything but the drums and bass for copyright purposes. Now, because this song is pretty diatonic harmony, pretty straight up and down, Songmaster has done an okay job of just getting the triads. I will say that sometimes, just a word about Songmaster, every now and again it'll pick up transients or whatever and try to mistake them for chords. I mean, that's just technology where it's at right now. So let's give it a listen, shall we? And let me know if you can hear the audio well as well. Just that part right there. This is what I'm talking about. What do songs teach us? Doom, 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 doom. So we got an F sharp. We got to turn the volume up. So I'm playing. Let me give you the bass view here. All those things, you got muting that happens, staccato, boost. What exactly, Tiny? Gotta be a little bit more specific for me. Is the bass coming out for you guys? We got those staccato notes, right? Got one finger per fret right there in that section. And not only that, we hear this. I'm always talking about the groove architecture, right? We hear that throughout the song, right? So instead of us trying to look at an entire song as one big behemoth, we say, oh, this is a block. This is a section of this song that repeats. So we're going to listen to the whole intro. Okay, we can hear them. I can already hear the melody. Now, with a tool like Songmaster, what I would do if I were like planning to play this, I would add sections and say, oh, the verse starts right here and then the chorus or whatever. So we hear how these blocks work within the context of the song. Harmonic movement. So what's happening there? What's happening there? There's about a 15-second delay, which is unfortunate for me. So if the music is low or something like that, let me know. I see Tiny saying that the music is low, but it actually shouldn't be because I'm almost clipping over here. So this harmonic movement, what happens here? We're from F to B. First, I would look at just getting these notes. There's B right there. What is the relationship between F sharp and B? If I'm in the key of B, what is the relationship between F sharp and B? Then we're going to B, F sharp again, to C sharp. Now let's suss out what the relationship is between those notes. If my scale is, if that's my scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going 5, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5. Okay? I get that scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you practice your scales, count the notes, count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even sing them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, also, I wouldn't necessarily play that. Me personally, I wouldn't necessarily play it there like that. I might do this. So what does that curiosity lead me to do? Well, if this is B, this is also B, this is also B, right? Different ways of producing that series of intervals that creates a major scale, right? Hope that made sense. Type a 1 in the chat if that made sense. And also, I'm hearing that melody in my head, so I'm not just, I'm never just learning a bass line. I'm learning, I play bass, but the bass is in support of a song. Now, I know that we hear that all the time, but what does it mean? It means that if we're going to be in support of something, we have to know what it's all about, right? So, here we go. I could also, if I want to change, I'm going to use Songmaster to loop this section, and I'm going to play my F sharp, B, F sharp, and C sharp. I'm going to play them in different places. All right? I'm going to play them in different places. Oh, I meant to mute the studio bass. Whoops. Forgot we were looping. C sharp, F sharp, B, F sharp, C sharp, F. All right. Y'all do like Shane says and hit that like button. I'm trying to kick the monsters, man. I started drinking monsters again, but I'm back on the liquid death. So here we go. Also, you be having questions. We're in the key of B. We're in the key of B. That line, that device, that musical device, we're on F sharp right here, right? See those 3 frets, that 4 fret, well, actually, that's the note that we're on. That's the harmonic center for that chord is F sharp, and we got 4 frets back. That's a pattern, right? It's a convention that you've heard before. It's a musical device that you've heard before. Okay? So working 9 to 5. Okay, let's get into the chorus. So now we're going to go to the chorus, and here's the kind of bass line that keeps you paid. There's a reason why people, that's a whole lot of Dr. Pepper. Also, let's listen to this drum groove real quick. One of the things, I want to say this, I have to say this. You know, if we play this drum groove, that could be any funk groove. This could be any funk groove right here. I got beard oil on my hands too, so my hands was slipping. That could be any funk groove, those drums. Now, what makes it feel like that kind of country bop is that 2 feel. Dun, 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 right? But all music is one music, right? And I know that down in Tennessee, or I'm a Southern man, okay? I was raised in the South. And, you know, you have your Cajuns and the brothers and sisters in New Orleans, all that, man, all that, the Pentecostals, the Pentecostal, the gospel, man, all that stuff is connected, all right? All that stuff is connected. Woo, we got meat to get into. We got some stuff to get into right here, man. Somebody Google and find out who the bass player on this track is. South Kakalaki in the house. Okay. There's our 1-5. Very common bass player language there, right? But also notice, for you beginners out there, 1-5, I am in the lower registers. More often than not, I and many bass players are playing with a 1-2-4 fingering, meaning 1-2-4 as opposed to 1-2-3-4. That has its place. It does come into play. But for something like this, you don't want to do this. You see how you may not see how uncomfortable it is. It's very uncomfortable for me. I would not play a 5th like this. I would play it like this. Now look at Get Out of Town. Is that Abe Laboriel on that? Get Out of Town. Get Out of Town. Are you serious? How did I not know that? How did I not know that? 1980. I was 10 years old. I mean, another thing about I think, a thing about Dolly Parton, and I was, like I said, I was at her truck stop in Tennessee about a month ago, and I just wanted to go to see, but for a woman, any woman to come out of, abject poverty like that and rise to, $400-650 million in assets and be a philanthropist and not get tainted by the system, by the industry, is pretty incredible. The vibe. Now, I'm not a huge Dolly Parton fan. Somebody said I didn't know you were a Dolly Parton fan. I respect Dolly Parton. She sure was fine. But, like songs like 9 to 5 are there. When in 1980, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing that song. So it's really one of those songs that is a part of the soundtrack of my my childhood. And and look, man, when it comes to music, I see some dialogue going on in the comments. Man, I may lose some subscribers or whatever like that, but I really don't care. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Like, when it come time to play music, it ain't got nothing to do with black or white or none of that. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that. You know what I mean? When I was in college, there was an influx of Chinese exchange students, and some of these guys, except this dude Jack. Jack was a player, boy. He was a percussionist. That boy was a player. He was running through them. Anyway, but a lot of those guys couldn't even speak English, man. But we all played in the orchestra together. You know what I mean? So when they say music is a universal language, it's not a euphemism. It is real. And I think personally is one of the spaces, man, if we can't get on one accord anywhere else when it comes to the realm of music, we got to be there. So anyway, and all of it is connected, man. Like I said, all of it. There's a beautiful. I'm tangenting here a little bit, I know, but there's a beautiful. I want to say it was Letterman, or it was one of those late night talk shows, and they had the Preservation Hall jazz band from New Orleans, and they had a bluegrass band from Kentucky, and they were both playing. They were handing off one of my favorite hymns ever. And sometimes when I think about this hymn, I get a little emotional, because I know when it's my time to go, if loved ones are around, this song has to be played. This hymn has to be played, and that's "I'll Fly Away." And what they did was the New Orleans cats played the hymn in a certain way, and then they just seamlessly handed it off to the cats from Kentucky, and they played the same exact hymn, but they played it in a bluegrass style. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times we miss things when it comes to music, and damn it, I'm gonna say it, people as well, when we have preconceived notions or biases that get in the way. And I don't care what walk of life you come from. Look, this is my platform. This is my channel. I appreciate you subscribing here. But if this is too heavy for you, if you ain't into this kind of stuff, man, there's plenty of channels out there. So anyway, let's get back into this. I'm sorry, I tangented a little bit there. There's that walking device again. Going up to that F sharp. Now you could do that. You can do that like that as well, but you know, if you don't have to do the you know, that shift, then don't do it. Efficiency is the key. So we're going between two chords, B and F sharp. So boom, 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 boom. That's what I'm hearing there. Boom, 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 boom. So what is that line? Let's dissect that. Every time I go on live and I do one of these like this, I'm always saying, match your voice to your hands. Pitch matching. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. So here's our 5 is F sharp, because we know that we're in the key of B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're playing 1, 5. We're playing a 5th below the F sharp. We could also play, let me play these 2 chords together. Now, the way that I'm playing it, now let's talk a little bit about feel. I'm strong on this when I say this, that in order to understand feel, you got to understand time. So I'm just going to put the metronome on. I don't love the way I'm playing it. The feel don't feel right to me. Part of it is, you know, I don't know. I just don't feel right. Could you do that for 3 minutes? Right? Could you take your metronome and set a timer for 3 minutes and you're just doing this? Right? Could you change the feel? Shorten them. Right? Could you do that for 3 minutes? I understand that folks want to get all the slap licks and the funk licks and the yellow jackets and the Rippingtons and all of that. I get it, but I guarantee you that Jimmy Haslip could go. Right? Discipline, focus. Yes, Tiny, that is what I'm talking about. Okay, let's get into the next part of this. I'm going to listen some more. You know, I'll tangent from time to time. What is that? What is going on there? Let's see. I didn't mean to loop that again. I didn't mean to loop it again. No. What is that? I want to know what that is. I want to know what he did there. So I'm gonna figure it out. So we got our. You could look at this as a, like it's still that B major scale, but 5, 3, 2, 1 could happen here. Something like that. So A sharp, chromatic. It's so fast. It may not be a note. Maybe just be a ghost note. Sorry, you can't see my. Ooh. I just broke the mic stand, yo. I just broke the. Stop it. I just broke the mic stand. We'll fix that later. Back to the same vibe. Same exact thing. Back to the intro. The intro / verse. So we know that the verse is. I played the wrong note before. I was playing A first, and it's really G sharp. That's the entire song. I don't know if this song has a bridge or not, but the point we were trying to make here today is, number one, paying tribute to Aunt Dolly. We're going to call her Auntie Dolly. And New Orleans. I know New Orleans is already going to have a, New Orleans had a second line for Frankie Beverly. New Orleans going to have a second line for Dolly too. Because that's how we do down here in the swamp, baby. I have never learned this song before. I've never played this song before. And just wanted to show you how easy it is and how much value there is in so-called simple tunes. And I learned something new, that 𝗗𝗚𝗦𝗧𝗜𝗢𝗡 was playing bass on that. I did not know that at all. Anyway, it ain't rocket science. It's pocket science. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Rest in peace, Dolly. Remember, all music is one music. Peace. 2 fingers.